Hey guys, and welcome to today's video. Today we have 3 sovereign citizens in court, with the last one being a prelude to a video that I've already covered. We're going to start in Kansas, where we have a sovereign citizen, Karen, who gets a PR bond and then immediately changes the judge's mind. Then we head to Michigan, where we have 2 judges who honestly and clears throat openly don't care that the sovereign citizen in front of them sees the world they live in through delusional lenses. Now, this will be the last video for 2025 for me. So, happy holidays, and let's begin.
Here at the jail. The other one is appearing by Zoom remotely on her own. She was summoned to appear, and she has appeared on a summons. Michaela, it looks like we got you served in Wichita. It looks like there is a September battery charge, theft charge that got filed, and that's why you're notified to appear today. It's alleged that you had physical contact with Lori Jasso, Jasso. They call it done in a rude, insulting, or angry manner. So usually it's hitting, shoving, pushing, something of that nature, is part of a fight or disagreement or out of anger. It is a B-person misdemeanor if convicted of battering someone. Maximum 6 months, $1,000 fine if convicted. And then it's also alleged that you took her purse and her cell phone and some stuff in her purse without her permission. The value less than $1,500, which also makes it a misdemeanor. It's a Class A non-person. It's always interesting that property crimes are a higher classification than person crimes, like a battery, but that's how it's set out legislatively. The maximum sentence is 1 year in the county jail and $2,500 fine if convicted. I'm going to enter a not guilty plea for you. If you're employed, I'm going to ask that you make an effort to retain your own attorney. If you're not employed and you have dependents that you support, then I will appoint an attorney to represent you. You will need to go before our magistrate judge on January 26th. The time depends on whether or not you get a court-appointed attorney or you hire your own. But the date's the same in front of Judge Webster. I'm going to allow you to sign your own bond since you were brought in on summons and you voluntarily appeared. You'll need to make arrangements to sign a $2,500 bond, which means if you don't show up for your court appearances, we can take a judgment of $2,500 against you, issue a warrant. It's added to your court costs in your case. And then probably a bondsman will have to get involved, and you'll have a higher bond that'll be set for your future appearances. So that's kind of how a signature bond works.
A signature bond is pretty much the same thing as an O or a PR bond. It means that she can stay out of jail while waiting for her trial to go through the motions. However, that bond can be revoked at any time, especially right after venturing into la land on the record and saying what she says next.
I am here as the representative of the entity that you speak of, but I'm the living woman and I do not consent to these proceedings. So, and also and for the record, I have the right I have the right to face my accuser. And they have to be a living man or woman. So as far as that matter goes, therefore I move to dismiss the matter entirely.
Okay. Well, I move to order you to appear on Friday at 1:30 at the courthouse in front of myself, no matter what your name is or your affiliation, and to bring with you anyone that you are agent of or you represent. If you don't appear, I'll issue a warrant for your arrest or for her arrest.
Your Honor, are you setting the $2,500 OR bond?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
No, I've got to see her face to face and get her identifiers and have you personally appear, and that's going to need to be in person here at the courthouse in my courtroom.
What was the date and the time for that, ma'am?
Friday at 1:30, courtroom A in El Dorado at 201 West Pine. I think that makes that, the 14th at 1:30, please.
Okay.
Okay, I appreciate it. If there's
Thank
nothing
you.
there today, though, we'll adjourn on this case. We won't proceed any further.
That has to be some kind of record for having your PR bond modified. It literally took her like 3 sentences to drop the signature bond and require her to show up in court for a more formal bond. Now we head to Michigan, where we have a sovereign citizen who has his first appearance in jail in front of Judge MCN, who is one of the hardest heads behind the bench.
Keynes, Timothy Neal Keynes, 23R513178.
Good.
Go ahead.
Okay, good morning, Your Honor. Alex Green IV, PA2657, appearing on behalf of Timothy Michael Keynes, who's zooming in from the Wayne County Jail.
Did you talk to the prosecutor about this one?
I did not, because I have noticed that my client wishes to get some discovery, and I didn't see anything on it.
Okay. All right, Mr. Keynes, your name?
Timothy Haynes.
How long are you in custody there for on other cases?
I have no clue. I'm waiting for my tether. This is holding me up for my tether. So I asked for a discovery for this case.
Yeah, I don't have a problem. I hate to see you sitting in there all day. It's too bad you didn't show up for several days. It's too bad you didn't show up when you were supposed to. Give me a new date on the Rockwood case, Lisa.
Judge, okay, I just want to be sure what we're doing here, because if we do discovery,
Pull him up.
this Mr. Green won't be here.
It's gonna go back to
Yeah,
Except for a pretrial today.
right. It's going to go back to Mr. Gaith.
Okay, should we just have Mr. Gates talk to him today? It's on the docket for a pretrial. I don't know if they realize that.
I think Mr. Green did, and his client wants discovery.
Yep. Of everything.
That's fine, Mr. Keynes. You don't have to.
Well, I mean, it's not no one else's freedom.
July 10th, 8:30.
Well, I don't know what you mean by that. We're trying to accommodate you here. I don't have any problem with you adjourning it.
Thank you.
Do you have other holds?
no, but this case out of, I think it was Taylor.
Okay.
And so that was a possession of some type of drug paraphernalia or something of that nature, and he missed a couple of court dates on that. And then he does have a bond in this case that he has posted of $250, $2,500, 10%.
That he hasn't posted.
Yes.
Right. Because he didn't show up on this one either.
I didn't have that.
Yeah, he was supposed to be here in 2023. What is all this yellow stuff all over this docket? Lisa? My grandkids got the crayons out.
It wasn't the grandkids playing with the crayons. It was the softer drooling immediately after filing his motions.
At anyway, July 10th at 8:30. Good luck, Mr. Keynes. We'll see you here then, okay?
Thank you.
All right.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor. But
So I stay here for another 10 days.
I'm not letting you out. You didn't show up here for 2 years.
The papers went to my house and my mom's
Listen.
house
No,
when I lived in Taylor.
no. I'm not lowering your bond. I'm not giving you a personal bond. You've been playing with us. Okay? No. That's why I was questioning why you wanted to adjourn it, because you're not, unless you can post the bond, you're going to be sitting there. And I don't know how else to put it.
So
to you.
those cops.
I'm sorry?
I'm suing those cops. This is
Go ahead.
horseshit.
Go ahead. Show up in court. You would have had your day in court. You'd have been acquitted 2 years ago. I'm not gonna go on that. I could care less if you sue. Go sue whoever you want. Sue me if you want. Show up in court. Good luck. If you want to do something else, I'll be glad to have you get the police report from Rockwood and
Please do.
go talk to him some more. I don't have any problem with that.
No, I think that the major issue was you were looking for, and I did explain that there no guarantee of a personal bond because he hasn't been missed in court case.
And he missed not only this, he missed Taylor too.
Right.
So this is not an anomaly. Let me check something here. You know, it never fails. It never ceases to amaze me. Okay. He's got it worn out of Hazel Park, worn out of Southgate,
I had time for Hazel Park.
Bonia, worn out of Taylor, another 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 one out of Taylor. He doesn't show up on this for 2 years and he wants to talk to me about suing cops. Do whatever you got to do. I don't know who you think you are. You must be running the Pentagon at least. Shut him off, Lisa. We'll see you here in a couple of weeks. I'm not going to listen to this nonsense.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. So, that's the end of the first hearing, but it's not the last time we're going to see him. As you heard, he had an appearance on July 11th, but they didn't show that one on YouTube. However, he had a recent appearance before Judge Shackelford about a month ago, and we do have that one.
All right, this is the People versus Timothy Keynes. Mr. Keynes, if you can come on up, this is 230605, 230604, 230603, and 230602.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. James Gazicki on behalf of Mr. Kane. Mr. Kane is requesting a jury trial. And just for the record, I explained this to Mr. Kane that he's a sovereign citizen and I am not familiar, nor do I practice any laws regarding.
Because there aren't any laws regarding them, Mr. Gazicki.
Exactly, Your Honor. And I explained to him that I would represent him under the laws of the state of Michigan and obviously the United States.
All right, Mr. Kane, do you understand that? Is that a yes?
Yes.
Okay, so Mr. Gazicki has a law license and he's had it for a long time and he wants to keep it. So Mr. Gazicki is not going to come before this court or any court to make frivolous arguments or unfounded arguments on your behalf. But he has indicated that he would represent you on these cases, applying the law of the state of Michigan. You understand that? Is that a yes? Okay, she's taken down what you're saying and look the same. Okay, so all of these cases are from the same occurrence, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so one jury trial date. On March 13th, we have Leroy Griffer.
That's good.
That's you? Will that day work? That's the only
Yeah, it'll work,
trial?
yeah.
All right. All right, so we will set a jury trial date for March 13th of 2026. You'll be required to appear in person that date. And the trial starts at 9 a.m. So you should be here no later than that, okay? And sir, one second. For any potential that I should set a final settlement?
I would set a final settlement conference, Your Honor.
Okay, so we'll set one final settlement conference. All right, that's your jury trial day. We'll send you out notice in the mail of your final settlement conference as well as your jury trial date, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, you're all set.
Okay, so that one was a bit uneventful, but I figured you guys would want to see it anyways. They usually don't stream jury trials to YouTube, but if they do, I'll be sure to bring it to y'all. Now, for our next hearing, we have a sovereign citizen out of Colorado that I recently covered. After watching that video, I scrubbed through my old videos to find the one that they referenced in that video, where she ruled against his right to travel argument, and was finally able to locate it. So, if you haven't watched that video, there should be a card somewhere above my head that will direct you to the first video after this one was finished.
Thank you. Area code 719, last two digits 64. Who might that be? Area code 719, last two digits. Oh, Mr. Shadowins. Thank you for appearing, Mr. Good morning, sir. For the record, this is 25T262, 25T448, 25M318. I do appreciate you appearing. I guess I could call all your cases. Looks like you also have 25M395, 25M375, 25M352. Okay, so actually, in 25T448, Mr. Shadowins, I do need to advise you of your rights and of the charges. You have the right to remain silent. That means that you do not have to make a statement about your charges to anyone. Anything that you do say concerning these charges can and may be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to counsel. The court recommends that you have an attorney represent you. You may be entitled to a court-appointed attorney. If you are indigent, you have the right to request the appointment of counsel or consult with a public defender before any further proceedings are held. You have the right to a trial on your charges. You can have that trial in front of a judge or jury. You have the right to know the nature of the charges against you, which we'll get to in just a moment. Any plea which you make to the charges must be voluntary and not the result of any undue influence, pressure, or coercion on the part of anyone. You have the right to bail if the offense is bailable and the right to know the amount of bail set by the court. As a general advisement, if you are not a citizen of the United States, whether or not you have lawful immigration status, you should tell your lawyer because you have the right to receive advice from your lawyer about the specific impact this case may have, if any, on your status. As a second general advisement, and I know this does apply to you, sir, if you are a current or former member of the U.S. Armed Forces, you may be entitled to receive mental health treatment, substance use disorder treatment, or other services. Do you understand your rights, sir?
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to just advise you of the charges. There's first, failure to display proof of insurance, class 1 traffic misdemeanor, carrying possible penalties of 10 days to 1 year in the county jail and/or a $500 to $1,000 fine, 4 points against your license. The second charge is driving under restraint, which is a class A traffic infraction, carrying fines up to $100. The third charge is having a fictitious registration plate, class 2 traffic misdemeanor, carrying possible penalties of 10 to 90 days in the county jail and/or $150 to $300 fine. Finally, you're charged with having an unregistered vehicle, a class B traffic infraction, carrying fines up to $100. Do you understand the charges and possible penalties in that case?
Thank you, Your Honor. Is the court and the people aware of my notice for record of impossibility?
No idea what that means, sir.
I was informed, I'll clarify, Your Honor. I was informed by the court clerk that my notices for record of impossibility to meet statutory requirements such as a driver's license, insurance, and registration due to service-connected disabilities. I corrected my status in equity, and I'm not surety for any of that. I cannot get a driver's license. There is no legal recourse or remedy, ma'am. So I clearly stated I was traveling, which I believe is a fundamental right established and upheld by the U.S. Supreme Court. So I would motion at this time to dismiss for a lack of Sixth Amendment nature. Please.
Well, your motion is denied. Clear's throat. Like the judge said, I don't know what a notice for record of impossibility to get a driver's license, registration, or insurance is, but it sure sounds like for one delusional reason or another, you can't get those necessary things that privilege you to drive on public roadways. So, you shouldn't be driving regardless of whether you've changed your status or not.
Mr. Parsons,
Your Honor,
you can just sit, that's fine.
the people are opposed to the pending defense motion to dismiss these cases. The stated reason is that the defendant cannot get a valid driver's license. The nature of the charges across all these cases go beyond just a no operator's license charge. My office has been in extensive communication with Mr. Shadowins. I'm aware that he is contesting these cases. I disagree with his argument regarding a right to travel as he has articulated it, and people are opposed to the motion to dismiss.
Thank you. The court will deny the motion, sir. Under case law, People v. Zen 843P, second 1351, the court held that the right to drive an automobile on public roads is not a fundamental right. The courts have long recognized the right of states to regulate the use of motor vehicles on roads within the state. So I deny your request to dismiss based on a right to travel. So are you,
Would the
Mr.
court
Shadowins,
please
were you in?
clarify the Sixth Amendment nature, please?
I'm not even sure what you mean by that, sir, but
Who is the
what is
injured
your
party,
argument?
ma'am? I'll clarify. Who is the injured party? I am not aware of a victim or damaged property. I'm
There's-
asking simply for clarity of the Sixth Amendment nature of, okay, and cause of any of these cases. Who is claiming injury?
Well, sir, as when you drive, driving is a privilege, and the legislature has imposed regulations on on what you must do in order to drive on public roads. So I guess the injured party would be the state of Colorado. You are being, all these cases are named State of Colorado versus you. There are other cases where, in cases where you're alleged to have resisted arrest and harassed people, though there are actual victims in those cases. So obviously that argument does not hold water. So Mr.
Objection, Four
Shadowins.
Corners rule, please. Can we please stick to the one case at a time, please, ma'am? And so, thank you. I don't have a driver's license. There's no contract. How can I be charged for violating a contract I never acquiesced or agreed to due to impossibility?
You may not have signed a contract, but you certainly entered into a social contract the moment that you drove on public roadways.
So, sir, that is not a persuasive argument, as I've already mentioned. I am bound by the law of the state of Colorado.
I'm asking a question. I'm not making an argument, ma'am.
I'm
not
bound.
presenting an argument, ma'am. I ask a question. Please and thank you.
I'm sorry, sir, but your question is nonsensical. So I am already told you that it is that under Colorado case law and statute, you are required to have.
Can the state be an injured party, ma'am? Point of clarity, can the state be an injured party?
Yes. All right, so Mr.
It's a body politic, is it not?
Mr. Shadowins, I am not going to engage in these sovereign arguments with you right now. What I will tell you is, if you wish, we're going to give you another court date. I guess you've bonded out on, I guess, 3 of the cases recently. I mean, we can set them all over to December 1st at 8:30 if you'd like. Is it your intention to apply for a public defender or hire private counsel, or do you intend to represent yourself in all of the cases?
Sui juris, I have no choice but to represent myself. I haven't received much response from the people. I can't seem to get my questions answered. I actually was not arguing, ma'am. I'm just asking questions. So at this point, I will waive the court, request an Article 3 trial and discovery from the people, please, in all these matters, and we'll proceed by special appearance. Thank you.
Your Honor, if I may, These cases are not subject to Article 3 jurisdiction. I would.
Are not subject to what? I'm sorry.
Article 3 jurisdiction under the federal constitution.
He's talking about the federal constitution, I know.
Your Honor, my office has been in communication with Mr. Shadowins about the process for how to request and pick up discovery. We have also communicated, obviously, the WebEx information, which I believe he's utilizing to appear in court today. He is welcome to continue those conversations with the district attorney's office, specifically Investigator Schaff, who has reached out to him about the discovery process.
Okay, so you'll get your discovery. So do you want me to set your cases for trial, sir? Or do you want to make an effort to apply for a public defender or hire private counsel?
If the people are ready to proceed with trial,
Sir, I'm sure they will be whenever it's set, but it hasn't been set yet. So are you wanting to enter not guilty pleas on all cases? And I can give you what's called the Arguello advisement and give you jury trial and pretrial readiness dates. I guess I would recommend, Mr. Shadowins, that you talk with an attorney before you do that. But I guess, you do have the right to request that trial be set if you'd like.
thank you, Your Honor. I think it would be improper to plea at this point without.
So are you saying that you don't know if you're guilty or not until you see what the prosecution plans on using against you? In a drawer full of knives. This guy isn't even the sharpest wooden spoon.
Okay.
So,
Well, then I will just give you a pretrial conference on all your cases, and you should just follow the procedure that the district attorney's office has given you to get that discovery in these cases, okay?
I will do to the best of my impossibilities, clearly stated as a matter of record. And I would encourage the people and the court, please, to look at my filings. I was noticed by the court clerk that Your Honor was in possession of my filings. Again, I didn't get response from the courts or the people. And so I'm just here in good faith. However you wish to proceed, I waive the court.
Okay.
At this time, Ms. Gilbert.
Well, so Mr. Shadowins, the only filing I have in, you submitted, bless you, a number of notices and other documents. They did not have a case number on them, so they appear just simply to be notices that you're of different things. But it certainly did not ask for any relief in those notices. They're all filed in 25T448. But because we didn't know what case it went to. I did notice that at least in some cases that you have filed a notice to dismiss or a motion to dismiss. And I have a difficult time reading your handwriting, so I couldn't address it over the weekend because I just could not read it on my computer. I am going to print them out in the hopes that I can decipher what exactly you're saying, and then I will address your motions to dismiss in writing. I'm perfectly happy to do that. But in the meantime, we are going to give you a pretrial conference date. And you should go to you should follow the procedures that the district attorney gave you in order to obtain discovery in all of your cases. All right, so that pretrial conference date is going to be December 1st at 8:30. December 1st at 8:30 on all your cases, okay?
Like I said already, that's the video I've already covered, and it's a really good video where the judge absolutely destroys him. Now, the rest of this one is just the judge reading off the multiple cases against him. So I'm going to end this here, so you can go check out that one. And if any of these videos have follow-ups, and the last one definitely will, I'll be sure to get those to you as soon as they're posted. So, if you liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, hit the dislike. But don't forget to leave a comment below and subscribe with notifications on so you don't miss any of my content.